Hey everybody, this is ECAbrams, and in this After Effects tutorial, we're going to make some dots that turn into more dots that turn into lines that turn into letters. And if that sounds complicated, well, it can be, but it's actually a lot simpler than it looks. Here in After Effects, let's just have a look at what is happening. What is this? Well, it's some letters, but before it was letters, it's these lines, which are really just paths. And each of those paths has a trim paths on it, and that's really all we're animating to make that happen. But before it was paths, it was dots, and before it was dots, it was one dot. And that's all one layer, and these are all just layers, and this is all pretty easy stuff once you break it down. It does have some limitations. This style here means you kind of have to draw the letters yourself. We can't really use other fonts in this way. That would be a different tutorial. In this one, I'm going to show you how you can draw these letters, make these paths super simple, and we're just going to do one of the letters. You can figure out doing the other ones yourselves. You're smart. You'll do it. So we're going to do the H, and you do the rest. How about that? And to start, we don't start here in After Effects. We start in Illustrator. Whoa, what's up with these colors? This is crazy. What is happening in here? These are, that's better, all of the paths that we are animating. This is all the stuff. And when we lay it out here visually, it's easier to see sort of the balance of your composition over time. If we did it all right here in After Effects, that might be a little bit trickier to sort of figure out. But in here, we can do a lot of planning. And planning is important, even for dumb little GIFs. To start off, we want to make a file, new kind of artboard. Let's do it. Film and video. Yes, please. Here we go. Let's go view, hide that transparency grid, and let's draw that H. And I like to draw using standard units, we would say. So let's say I make a circle right here in the center, and this is going to start off making the H for us. And if it's an H, I don't need the bottom part of this, but this is going to be the curve of the H. Now I'm going to make a line that is as long as this curve is tall. Sweet. So I'll just take this, put it down here. Cool. Now I think I will make a line that is as long as this. Awesome. And this will be the stick of the H, and it'll go like that. So you can see the stick is twice as high as the hump, and then this is a quarter of this, and everything is math, and it's wonderful and beautiful, and I love it. That's how we do this H. If you're going to do the whole alphabet, I would recommend you make a letter, and then you just start copying and pasting the curves and lines from that letter to make other letters. If you look back in this example, all the curves, all the lines are all fractions of each other. Even this little one here is half the size of the big one. And that keeps everything nice and uniform for this style. That's just kind of how you define this look. So now we're going to take these and we're going to go into the stroke, get those rounded ends and curves and joints, and it's great. And we've got this H. It's done. So let's call this letter H. Now we're going to make a new layer, and that layer is going to be H path 1. And we can just go ahead and duplicate that to get H path 2. And we label them in here so that when we import them into After Effects later, it all makes sense. It's important to set up your layers, set up these things for future success. So we have this H. I know in After Effects, I want the paths to move in a certain way. I'm already thinking about it when I've started this. I want this H to be made of two dots that become lines. And the end state of those is going to be this stick and this curved part here. Those are the two parts. I'm going to take this curved part, I'm going to copy those, I'm going to go to H path 1, and I'm going to Command-Shift-V, paste in place. I'm going to change their color to be pink, a nice bright pink. Awesome. So that I can tell that it's very different. For the other part, I'm going to copy this and paste in place on this other layer. Great. And make its color blue. And now I think we need to draw some more lines, because this is the ending state. We need to draw more on top of this. So what I'm going to do is on this blue layer here, this H path 2, I'm going to draw another circle and make it exactly this size and delete this much of it, because this is the only amount of the circle I need. and just bring it up to meet like this. And I want it to start here. So let me just grab that again, hit the old P button, go like this, just click out. And this is going to be the whole journey of this stick. It's going to start here, go whoosh down, come up, done. Okay, let's stop looking at path 2. Don't want to see that anymore. This one, I want to have a little bit more of a playful manner to it. So I'm going to grab the pen tool, click here, and then just do a couple clicks out here like this. Awesome. And again, these things don't need fills. Make that go away. Don't confuse yourself with fills. Fill is a very confusing person. And if we did a right-on effect of this line, it would go up, down, and over the curve, which is perfect. Exactly what we want. But we want this to be all on top of itself. So we're just going to move the path to be like that. And how high up do I want this to go? Well, I actually want it to go like halfway, but I'm not very exact. So I'm just going to grab this, copy, paste, and it's going to help me define where the top of this needs to go by lining up using the power of magic. And there we go. So everything is now perfectly proportioned. Very happy with this. I'm going to stop looking at the H in the back, and I'm going to twirl these open. And you can see here, this line is made of some disconnected paths, so I need to connect them. I'm going to go hit A, I'm going to just grab these things over here. I know that these are the two paths I need to connect. Command J, stick them together. Now I just have one path, all right? Now you're going to want to repeat the process over on the blue one here. So just make sure that these are joined up perfect. Let's look at giant J. And we are ready to go into After Effects to make this happen for ourselves. So save this, save it as, I don't know what, H or H or however you say that word, and we're good to go. And maximum compatibility, please. So let's open up After Effects. Let's go File, New project. I mean, if you just opened up After Effects, you don't have to do that. And we're going to import, double clicking over here, import the H. Boom. Bring it as a composition. Layer size, please. Okay. Double click on this, and now we're looking at it. We've got everything from that Illustrator file. We got the H, we got path 1, we got path 2. Take these two paths, right click, create shapes from vector layer. Hopefully you can do that. What might happen in yours though, is that your stroke won't be the same. So I'm just gonna go in here, look into the contents of this group, look at the stroke. And if you don't have rounded caps and joints, just turn that on. Turn it on for yours. Do it up, make it happen. And though everything we need is in here, one thing that is not in there is a trim path. So go add trim paths, add it in. And on the trim paths, what we will do is we'll take the start and the end, start them both at 0, and we will make sure to keyframe them. They will move ahead to say 2 seconds. 2 seconds is long enough. And let's have the end go to 100%, and the start is going to be just enough to cover up that black layer, right? Just like that. So if we watch that, it's going to go wee. That's pretty lame. But once we mess with these curves, it might look less lame. We take these, easy ease them by hitting F9, or you can right click Keyframe Assistant, easy ease. And then we'll go into the graph editor right here. And right now we're looking at a value graph. So let's look at a speed graph and take all of these and just push them like this. So now that's a little bit more exciting, I think. I like a nice quick start for these layers. I think that's much more exciting. So we're just pushing our graph to be a little bit more exciting. It's important, and that's good. So now select that trim paths, copy it, put your playhead back at the beginning, go to the other path, twirl this down, get into the contents, get into the group, paste it in there, and see what you did. Not so good. Let's isolate this. And what's happening is it's going on backwards. That's not what I wanted. So just flip the script, flip it around. This will change the direction, this right here. So now it's at least going in the direction we want. So that's good. But we need to add some keyframes into here. We need to add a little bit to get this thing to really show off that bounce at the start that I'm looking for. And we need to figure out what percentage is that peak up at the top. So if we just look here It looks like it's around 25%. I think that's when it kind of happens. And just move this keyframe ahead. So if it's at 25 and it's going to hang out up here, let's have this one be at like 24 maybe. And now let's go into the graph editor of these, grab these points, and we are going to easy ease those, which creates this hump here. So if we easy ease all of them, we're saying speed starts at 0, then comes to rest at 0 speed, and then continues on in that pattern. So that's pretty good. What I'd like to do, though, is take these and, again, have that kind of squishiness. So boom. That looks a little bit better, right? It's like a ball is getting shot up and then bouncing. Maybe we could have a little bit more of a tail on this by, maybe we just have it be a hump like that. Boom, kind of like that. I think that's pretty nice. So it's going to go up, bounce, and that's that. So now let's have a look at both of them together, see what that looks like. Boom, kind of like that. When we take both of these and we change their stroke to be the same sort of color, you'll notice this gets a little muddied. So once they overlap, we lose that fun bounce. We just need that fun bounce. So I'm going to call up their keyframes, and I'm going to try to like adjust these just a little bit so that we're kind of able to show off that little impact, I think. That's kind of what I'm hoping to do. So maybe, is that going to do it? Where they kind of like meet and bounce. Boom. I like that. Boom. All right, good. Cool. I'm into that. I'm into this. This is doing it for me. Let's just synchronize these up like this. The last thing that we want to have happen is for this to all go away, which we can do by just taking the start here and going like this, pushing it up to 100%, and it just goes away. And you can go into the speed graph. You can grab these handles, give these handles a nice push like this, grab these ending handles, pull them a little bit like that so they just quickly exfiltrate themselves and offset them a little bit so that one goes away and then the other one goes away. That just makes it a little bit more appealing for people, I find anyway. More appealing to me. If it's not appealing to you, don't do that. We've got sort of the ending. Congratulations, you did the ending first, which is what you want to do. When you plan things out, you know the ending, you work backwards. We can take these layers, push them forward in time so they kind of start at like 1 second. That would be helpful. Now we have to bring in those dots, bring in those little dots that we started off this thing with. And to do that, we're going to grab the circle up here, double click on it, and go into the ellipse path, set the path to be the same size as the stroke, 20 by 20, good. This does not need a stroke, get rid of it. And we need to change the position of that path to be much more in line with where this thing bees, which I guess is around 115. Perfect. Now let's go back to when this layer starts. All right. So we know at 1 second, this circle needs to be there. Keyframe it. Its size needs to be this. Keyframe it. Go back to 15 seconds, link these together. Make the size bigger, maybe 30, 40, 30, I guess. And now its position needs to be 0. So it needs to start in the center. And if we go way back to the beginning, the size needs to be 0. And if we look at the size, let's easy ease all these keyframes, look at the size and look at its graph. If we look at its speed graph, I want to pull the speed of those last keyframes to be like this. And I want to look at the value graph, and I'm going to pull this top keyframe here to go like this and push this one up like this so that it goes boing and then like that. So it's going to pop on, then move over here. And the position, let's go to the speed graph of the position, give it the same treatment as the size during that period. So it goes like that. And then it kind of sprouts off into many directions. Cool. Now, something else that's important, this is going to be the last frame in which we see the circle. So trim it away here so we don't have to see it anymore. And if we play that back, comes on, moves, and it's gone. Now we can take this ellipse path, we can duplicate it, we can go into its keyframes and just change the position from 115 to -115, so it's over there. And what do we got? Circles, separating, lines, coming, going. That's it. You did it. That's the whole thing. And it's all just a subtle little trick here. Pop, separate. Now it's a different layer entirely. And I think that's where a lot of the confusion comes on this, is that some people think, well, how do I turn this dot into a line? We could have this trim path trimmed down to just the smallest amount and then move that circle around if you wanted to. I don't want to. I want to simplify and not simulate these things. I'm going to say that a lot. It's going to be my new catchphrase. We are going to simplify, not simulate. So yeah, if you play that back, you can enjoy a loop of that happening a lot. If you want to put this over a solid of some kind, you go new, solid, make a background. Whee, that could be fun. You could put a video layer back here. You could save this composition and bring it into Premiere and put it over footage in there. Do whatever. Do whatever you want. When you're done doing whatever you want, please share it with me. Share a link in the comments, tweet it at me on Twitter, at ECAbrams, all that good stuff. But I'll say if you had trouble with this, if this is difficult, please ask me questions in the comments of this video. I'll get back to you when I'm able. And if you enjoyed what you're seeing, if you love learning about this stuff, subscribe to this channel. But like I said, if you like this kind of thing, if you like motion graphics, if you like After Effects, then hit me up on Twitter at ECAbrams. Ask me questions there, or on the Facebook group. There's a Facebook page for this. Check that out. Links in the description. If you want to get your mitts on the file that created the intro for this particular thing, check that out at ECAbrams.com. Links to the specific file are in the description. Maybe you'll enjoy that. And yeah, this is the last time I'm going to plug. Subscribe to this channel. We put out new content on here as often as possible. Usually it's weekly, and hopefully you dig that. If you like learning about shape layers, check out other things in the back catalog, and that's about it. Subscribe to the channel, and if you do, I will see you around the internet. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.